In our series on the tragedy of Karbala, we've covered crucial moments that shaped the unfolding events. We depicted how Imam Hussain responded to a letter from Kufa, sending Muslim bin Aqil, who sadly met his end there. This showed the betrayal faced by Hussein's supporters in their pursuit of justice, highlighting the challenges they encountered. We also explored the harsh realities of the water blockade imposed by Yazid's forces. This cruel tactic aimed to weaken Hussein's camp, but despite this, Hussein and his loyal companions refused to surrender. Yazid's attempts to break their spirit failed, illustrating the unwavering courage and determination of Hussein and his followers. Through these narratives, we witnessed how Hussein and his companions faced adversity with bravery and faith. Their story resonates with themes of resilience and standing up against injustice, inspiring courage in the face of overwhelming odds. On 6th of Muharram, the air was tense. Imam Hussain stood firm. Across the field, Yazid's forces loomed large. They demanded surrender. He refused, seeking only peace. "Let us pass safely," a follower said. Yazid's messenger shook his head. "Surrender or face battle," he declared, eyes hardened in resolve. "Prepare our camp," the Imam ordered. His followers moved swiftly, setting defenses. Each man, woman and child felt the gravity. They were outnumbered, but not outmatched in spirit. The sun set, casting long shadows. The faithful worked diligently, fortifying their position, bracing for what might come. Supplies were limited, but hearts were strong. "Father, what will happen?" a young child asked. The Imam knelt, offering a reassuring smile. "We stand for truth," he said gently. "Whatever comes, we face it together." Tents were secured and trenches dug. Each follower showed unwavering loyalty. Their faith in the Imam was unshakable. They trusted his wisdom even now. Nightfall brought a chill, but also hope. His sister Zainab approached him. "Brother, are we ready?" she asked. He nodded, eyes filled with determination. "We have done our best," he replied. "Now we trust in Allah." Whispers of prayers filled the night. The camp was alive with quiet activity. Every hand found work to do. The sense of purpose was palpable. Across the way, Yazid's camp bustled too. They sharpened swords and readied weapons. The threat was real, looming closer. "Stay vigilant," he reminded his followers. "But rest when you can." His words were a balm, soothing fears. He walked among his people, offering strength. Children clung to their mothers. Fathers steeled themselves for the worst. Hope mingled with fear, a potent mix, yet no one faltered in their duty. The Imam paused, looking towards the horizon. Stars twinkled, a reminder of the divine. He drew a deep breath, feeling the weight. "We stand for what is right," he murmured. Morning would bring new challenges. For now, they prepared, hearts united. Courage flowed through the camp, unwavering. Each person played a crucial part. In the quiet moments, he prayed. He asked for strength, guidance, and peace. His faith was a beacon, shining bright. The night grew deeper, colder, yet warmth spread through the camp. They were ready for whatever dawn might bring. United, they stood strong and resolute. The dawn broke with a heavy heart. News of the failed negotiations spread. Despair settled over the camp. Hope for peace had vanished. "We have no other choice now," a follower murmured. The weight of disappointment hung heavy. Every face showed a mix of fear and resolve. A final ultimatum came from Yazid's forces. "Surrender by sunset or face annihilation," they declared. The words cut deep, but resolve remained. "We will not surrender," the Imam stated firmly. His voice, steady and strong, echoed through the camp. It was a declaration of unwavering faith. Children sensed the tension. "Why can't we leave?" one asked. A mother, eyes filled with sorrow, whispered, "We stand for what is right." The first signs of thirst appeared. Water was scarce, blocked by Yazid's men. The blazing sun intensified their suffering. Lips cracked, throats parched. The Imam called his followers together. "Stay strong," he urged. "Trust in Allah's plan." His words offered a glimmer of hope amidst the growing despair. Zainab, his sister, looked around. "The children need water," she said softly. Her voice trembled with worry. He nodded, feeling the weight of their suffering. "Send scouts to find water," he ordered. Men ventured out, desperate for relief, but every attempt was thwarted by enemy forces. The blockade was impenetrable. Thirst turned into torment. The heat was relentless, merciless. Every drop of water was precious, yet the spirit of resolve remained strong. The Imam gathered the children, offering comfort. "Stay close to your mothers," he said gently. "We will get through this." His presence was a source of strength. Night fell again, bringing little relief. The camp struggled to maintain hope. Prayers filled the air, seeking divine intervention. Faith was their only sustenance. Across the field, Yazid's forces celebrated. They believed victory was near, yet the Imam's camp stood unbroken. Their spirit was a fortress. Despite the hardships, unity prevailed. Each person played a role in their survival. Courage and faith were their shields against despair. The Imam prayed under the stars. He sought guidance and strength. His faith shone like a beacon, guiding his followers through the darkness. Morning would bring more challenges. The blockade continued, the thirst unyielding. But they remained steadfast, united in their cause. In the face of despair, they found strength. In the grip of thirst, they held on. Their resolve, like their faith, was unbreakable. They would face whatever came, together. The world has never ever experienced such a great sacrifice since before. 72 innocents fighting against a brutal force of thousands. No water, no resources, no external help they have, and even they are not demanding anything from anyone. The pressure on the camp intensified. Yazid's forces tightened their grip. The circle closed in, trapping them completely. Water was now a distant memory. Thirst gnawed at every throat. The children cried out, their pain unbearable. Mothers tried to soothe them, but their own lips were parched. "Will we find water today?" a young boy asked. His father shook his head, eyes filled with sorrow. "We must trust in Allah," he whispered. Desperate measures were taken. Scouts searched frantically, but hope dwindled. Every attempt to reach the river was blocked. The enemy was relentless. The Imam gathered his followers. "Stay strong in your faith," he encouraged. "This trial is temporary." His words were a lifeline, keeping spirits afloat. "Imam, the children suffer most," a follower said. Tears welled in his eyes. "We must endure." The Imam replied, his voice steady. "Allah is with us." The heat was merciless, the ground scorching. Each step was a struggle, each breath a battle, yet no one wavered in their determination. "Mother, I'm so thirsty," a little girl cried. Her mother hugged her tightly, whispering prayers. The camp was filled with the sounds of suffering and faith. The Imam walked among them, offering words of comfort. "We will not break," he promised. "Our cause is just, our faith unshakable." Night fell, bringing no relief. The encirclement was complete. The enemy forces were everywhere, their presence a constant threat. "Watch for any weakness," Yazid's commander ordered. They tightened the noose, confident in their impending victory, but the Imam's camp remained resolute. In the darkness, the Imam prayed. His voice was calm, his faith unwavering. "Guide us, O Allah," he murmured. "Give us strength." Did ever you see the camp like Hussain, the beacon of peace, is striving alone? The day of 9th Muharram had been long, the sun merciless. The eve of Ashura arrived. The camp of Imam Hussain knew the battle was imminent. Silence fell as dusk settled. Imam Hussain gathered his followers. "Tonight we pray," he said. "We prepare our hearts." His voice was calm, a beacon of strength. They listened intently, drawing courage from his words. The night sky was clear, stars twinkling like divine eyes. The camp was a hive of quiet activity. Prayers filled the air, mingling with the whispers of preparation. Imam Hussain turned to his companions. "We face a great trial tomorrow," he said. "But remember, our cause is just. We stand for truth and justice." His companions nodded, their resolve unwavering, each one prepared in their own way. Some sharpened weapons, others reinforced defenses, all moved with purpose. Children clung to their mothers, sensing the gravity. "Why do we fight, mother?" a boy asked. "For truth, for honor," she replied softly. "We follow Imam Hussain." Zainab, his sister, stood beside him. "Brother, are we ready?" she asked, eyes filled with both fear and determination. He nodded, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "We have done all we can," he said. "Now we leave the rest to Allah." His faith was a light in the darkness, guiding them all. Across the field, Yazid's forces were busy too. They sharpened swords, prepared for battle. The air was thick with tension, anticipation. They believed victory was near. In the camp, the atmosphere was different. There was a strange sense of peace. They faced their fate with dignity, hearts united in faith. Their prayers rose to the heavens. "Stay close, my children," a father said, gathering his family. "Tomorrow we may face death, but we do so with honor." His voice was steady, filled with love and courage. Imam Hussain walked among them, offering words of comfort. "Remember, we are on the path of righteousness," he reminded them. "Whatever happens, we stand together." The night deepened, and so did their prayers. Each person found solace in their faith. Their unity was their strength, their belief unshakable. "Imam, we are ready," a companion said. "Whatever comes, we stand with you." He smiled, grateful for their loyalty. "May Allah be with us all," he replied. As midnight approached, a quiet resolve settled over the camp. They knew the dawn would bring bloodshed, but they were prepared. Their hearts were steeled, their spirits high. Imam Hussain spent the night in fervent prayer. His companions followed suit, their voices a chorus of devotion. The camp was a sanctuary of faith amidst the impending storm. Morning would bring the battle. They would face it with courage, with honor. Together they were a force of righteousness, ready for whatever fate awaited. In the stillness of the night they found strength. In the embrace of their faith they found peace. They were ready for Ashura, united in their cause, unwavering in their resolve. Don't forget the thrilling and unexpected response of Imam Hussain to Yazidi forces in Karbala. Don't forget to see the final battle of truth and false on 10th Muharram on our channel. Stay tuned after subscribing.